So there's this new AI image editing tool, right? And it's blowing everything else away in blind tests.
Yeah, it's really something. We're talking over 200 ELO points ahead on Marina.
That's a massive gap. I mean, that really grabs your attention, doesn't it? It changes the whole game.
It absolutely does. This thing, we've been calling it Nano Banana, just kind of internally, but the official name is Gemini 2.5 Flash Image.
Really?
It's really shifting how we think about, accurate photo editing.
Whole new benchmark.
Exactly.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to cut through all the hype around this new Google tool.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission really is to figure out why. Why is it number one? Where's that power coming from? And, crucially, how can you use it for fixing old photos, maybe, or even professional character design?
Yeah, we'll dig into the tech behind it first, then walk through the basics, some of the editing features.
Right.
And we need to talk about the consistency stuff. That's huge. But also look at where it kind of hits its limits creatively.
Okay, good. And then we'll wrap up with some solid tips, right? How to actually write prompts that work consistently. So let's start with that score gap.
Okay, the numbers. They're pretty wild. If you look at Marina, most of the top editors, they hover around 1100 ELO.
Right.
This tool, Nano Banana,
Yeah.
it's pushing past 1300.
Okay, wait. For someone listening who doesn't follow these leaderboards religiously, what does a 200 ELO gap actually mean?
It's a really good question. Think about chess.
Yeah.
If a player has a 200 ELO advantage,
Yeah.
they're expected to win about, 76% of the time against the
Yeah.
lower-rated player? It's a significant edge.
So in these blind tests where people are just picking which image looks better or more accurate, this new model is just winning, 3 out of 4 times against the best competitors out there.
Pretty much, yeah. Consistently, overwhelmingly chosen. That's the advantage we need to unpack.
Okay, so if it's that much better, the sources must be saying it's not just, slightly more data or better code. It has to be something different at the core.
It is. The secret sauce is the foundation. Gemini 2.5 Flash. That's Google's special model. And the key thing is, it's multimodal.
Multimodal, meaning it gets different kinds of info at once. Words, pictures.
Exactly. Words, pictures, sounds, even video concepts. It understands them all together.
Ah, okay. Like stacking different kinds of Lego blocks of data, maybe?
That's a great way to put it. Imagine editing a Lego build. A normal tool might just see, the color of a brick.
Okay.
A multimodal one sees the color, the shape, where it sits next to other bricks, and it understands the written instructions to the final thing.
Ah, okay. So it has a deeper context.
Right. So because of that, Nano Banana isn't just making images, it's editing them super accurately,
Huh.
especially keeping all those little details right.
That stability. That makes sense. So if the power comes from being multimodal, how does that, technical thing translate into a real benefit for someone just trying to fix an old photo?
Well, that reliability, keeping tiny details consistent, like a specific glint in someone's eye or the weave of fabric. It just makes the tool feel much more trustworthy.
Right. It stops those weird, jarring changes you sometimes see where the AI gets confused.
Exactly. It avoids that stuff.
Okay, so we get the why. It's that multimodal foundation. Now, for someone listening who's thinking, okay, I want to try this, where do they actually go?
2 main places. For beginners, definitely Google AI Studio. It's free. The interface is super simple, really straightforward.
Easy to use?
Yeah, you just upload your picture, type what you want changed in the text box, be specific, click Run, and then you can download it.
And Marina is still there for the comparisons if you want to really nerd out on the scores.
Right, for testing. But for actually making stuff, AI Studio is the way to go.
Okay. But there's a catch, right? The free use.
There is, yeah. It's limited right now, usually 3 to 5 free edits before you hit a wall. So planning your edits is really important. If you have a ton of photos, the sources suggest maybe using different Google accounts. But yeah, treat those first few tries carefully.
Like gold. Got it. Okay, speaking of valuable stuff, photo restoration. The sources really highlighted this. Fixing old family photos.
It's a massive strength. Again, because of that detail retention, you can give it an old, faded, scratched up black and white photo and just ask simply, color this photo naturally and fix the torn parts. It doesn't just slap color on. It actually rebuilds the missing bits, smooths out the damage, gets the color balance right.
And crucially, like we said, it doesn't mess up the faces, does it?
Keep it
Older tools sometimes tweak the expression or the features when fixing damage.
right. This one keeps those original features almost perfectly preserved. That's huge for anyone trying to digitize family albums or for historical stuff.
Keeps the soul of the picture.
Exactly.
So beyond fixing old damage, how about just basic cleanup? Getting rid of photobombers, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's great at that too,
Mm.
because it's precise. You can tell it very specifically. Remove the person in the background on the left, and it intelligently takes them out without messing up the rest.
Okay, now this is where, for me, it gets really exciting, especially for creative work. Advanced consistency. That's always been the hard part for AI image tools.
Oh, absolutely. This is where that 200 ELO lead really feels earned. Its ability to keep a person looking like the same person across really drastic changes. That's the magic.
So you can give it one picture.
Yep, one reference photo.
Mhm.
And then ask for huge changes. Like put them in a totally different outfit, a beige wool jacket, maybe then a long green dress, change the whole background, move them from inside an office to like an autumn garden.
And the face.
Yeah.
It just stays the same. Perfectly consistent through all that.
Undeniably consistent. It's uncanny.
Whoa. Okay, that is the moment of wonder. Imagine how much time that saves for, say, game designers making character sheets.
Exactly. Or concept artists. You need consistent looks for characters, whether it's anime or detailed robots. Just use text prompts for the changes, and the core character doesn't drift. It's amazing.
It shrinks that whole tedious process down, right? Ensuring lighting is the same, features are the same, from potentially hours to just seconds of prompting.
The scalability is,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing.
And this consistency, does it carry over into things like virtual try-on? The sources mentioned that was a big plus.
Totally. That's another area where it really pulls ahead of other apps right now.
Okay.
And we're not just talking simple stuff like putting one shirt on one person. It handles more complex swaps, too.
Sure.
Especially in group photos.
Give me an example of a complex swap. What does that look like?
Okay, picture a photo with, say, 3 or 4 people. You can tell the AI, swap the entire outfit of the man in the blue shirt with the outfit of the woman in the red shirt.
Oh.
But keep everyone else exactly the same. And it does it. It transfers the clothes, the style, the fit, the texture between those two people, keeps their faces right, and doesn't make a mess of the background.
That's impressive. Okay, so if it's that good with characters and details, where do things start to break down? When are you pushing it too far? What's the first sign?
Usually style changes. That's where the cracks appear first. Especially complex artistic requests, things far away from just realism or simple photo effects.
Right, even with that amazing consistency, the sources mentioned this art gap, a limit we need to be aware of.
Correct. It's great at realistic style changes. Making a photo look like it was shot on old film, easy. Turning it into a realistic-looking oil painting, does that well.
Adjusting mood and lighting, too.
Yeah, excellent then. Warm sunset light, gloomy rainy day effects, no problem.
But the really artsy stuff is harder.
That's where it struggles. If you say, make this real photo look like true cel-shaded anime, the results, they often look more like a detailed pencil drawing, maybe with anime colors, but not the actual style. And mixing styles, that's a big failure point currently. Like our Lego analogy, asking for left half Lego style, right half Pixar style, is usually too much.
Too confusing for it.
Yeah, it's like trying to combine incompatible instructions. Too many style words at once, watercolor, vintage, pop art, just leads to messy, weird results.
And complex scene changes, too, like changing multiple objects in a big way.
Right, the sources had that example. Turn all the girls into cats and boys into dogs in a group photo. That's just asking way too much right now. Too many individual changes at once.
Yeah. I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes. You try to combine too many things.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to get it to put a tiny Viking helmet on my dog and give him a glowing laser sword in his mouth in the same edit.
Huh. How did that turn out?
It was just a mess.
Oh, really?
A melted, weird, inconsistent blob. It's easy to overload it.
That's actually really helpful to hear because it shows it's not just, user error sometimes. The tool has limits.
Definitely. So if we know it struggles with those really complex, multi-part edits, what's the best strategy? How do you get the result you want?
You got to break it down. Always. One simple change at a time.
Yeah.
Edit the main object first, then change the lighting, then maybe add a simple style. Atomic steps.
Okay, one step at a time. Makes sense. So going back from the limits to the strengths micro-editing, tiny, precise changes.
Yes. This is where that Gemini flash precision really comes through.
Things like just changing eye color or adding just a little smile, stuff that other tools might use as an excuse to redo the whole face.
Exactly. Nano Banana handles that delicately. And the consistency holds up so well, you can actually generate like a grid of 9 different facial expressions. Happy, sad, angry, surprised from one starting photo.
Wow.
And the person still looks like the same person underneath, with the same features, same lighting. That's super valuable for professional uses.
How about text and images? That's usually a nightmare for AI.
It's surprisingly decent here. Though, Language translation can be hit or miss, but simple replacement works pretty well. Changing a sign from welcome home to happy birthday,
Yeah.
it can often do that while keeping the original font style in perspective.
Mm.
It seems to treat the text like an object that needs to preserve or change carefully.
Okay, so to really leverage all this power, you need good prompts. The sources laid out a structure, right? A way to get better results, especially with those limited free uses.
Yeah, a simple three-part structure helps you think clearly. First, the action. What are you changing? Change the car color to red.
Okay, action.
Second, the constraint.
Hmm,
What needs to stay the same?
Yeah.
Keep the background and the driver exactly the same.
constraint. Got it.
And third, the style. What's the desired quality or feel?
Mm-hmm.
Make it look like a professional car ad.
Action, constraint, style. That structure helps avoid those accidental changes, the drift.
Exactly. It forces clarity. And since those free turns are precious, the advice is plan your edits, use clear, simple language, and definitely save prompts that work well so you can reuse them.
Smart. And always double check the output.
Absolutely. Final QC is crucial. Check the face consistency again. Did it actually make all the changes you asked for? Sometimes it misses one. And look carefully near the edges of your edit. Did anything weird happen in the background that you didn't intend?
Good checklist. So this amazing tech is in Google AI Studio now, but the sources were clear.
Yeah.
This is just the Flash version.
Right. That's the key point. This is the fast, accessible version, the one winning the ELO scores. But there's likely a more powerful, full version of Gemini behind it, maybe still to come.
And developers can already tap into this?
Yep, the API is available so people can build tools that integrate this, allow editing through, like chatting with the AI, or combine multiple images in really sophisticated ways. The potential's huge.
Okay, so let's boil it down. The big takeaway here.
I'd say it's that Nano Banana's multimodal core gives it just unmatched consistency, especially for tiny edits and keeping characters the same across big changes.
Right. But the challenge, the thing users need to remember.
You have to respect its limits, especially with complex art styles. And always break down big ideas into small, simple steps. Don't try to do everything at once.
So the call to action is pretty clear.
Yeah, head over to Google AI Studio, try some simple edits first. Just feel that consistency. It really does change how you think about what AI can do with images.
And maybe final thought to leave people with, that 200 ELO gap, it suggests this isn't just a small step forward. It feels like a fundamental shift in defining what realistic even means for digital images, right?
Really does.
What other fields, beyond photos, architecture, product design, might get completely reshaped by this kind of seamless, super precise AI integration? Something to think about.
Definitely something to ponder. Thank you for sharing your sources with us today.
We really hope this deep dive was useful for you. We'll catch you on the next one.